So in today's video, what I want to do is give you guys an update on Dior. But we want to do a 2020 update on Dior. And actually I brought my wife with me today, Reve, to actually help give you guys an update on Dior. As far as if we just picking up from where that last video left off, at the time she was kind of getting into walking. Now she's
full blown
walking. We don't have to use the walker or anything anymore.
No, she doesn't need any assistance.
She doesn't
with
need
walking.
she doesn't need any assistance with walking. We're still not at the stage where she's like running or anything like that.
She's trying. She turns on her turbo speed. The bending of your knees that you need for running is what we're working on now. She kind of runs like stiff, but that's related to the CP, right? Because here's actually Dior. She wants to be in the video. Just say hello.
Dior, say hello to everybody. Okay.
That's her hello. Yeah. And her happy face.
Yeah. She's still nonverbal. She can say a few words. Every now and then you can hear words, but we're still working on.
You can hear a lot of words in songs.
Yeah, she loves it. Sing. Yeah.
Old MacDonald, Bingo, the Wheels on the Bus. She's humming it, but you can also hear words here and there within songs a lot.
She's still in all her therapies. She's in speech therapy. She's in occupational therapy. She's in.
We actually just got released from physical therapy, which we did not think. Early on, we didn't know if the child was going to sit up and be able to hold her head up. And to be at a point where our 23-weeker got released, essentially from PT, we're on a consultation basis because she does still have bracing. She has a DAFO, which is a Dorsey Assist hinge on one foot, and then she's got an SMO, which is the low brace, which essentially keeps her ankle kind of in place and helps with her arch. And so we're pretty much on a consultation basis with our physical therapist, which is a blessing because a lot of times when we get to the end with a 23-weeker and they're ending physical therapy, it's because, or they're at the spot that we are, it's because they're in a wheelchair and, you might need wheelchair adjustments or different types or something like that. Not because the only thing left for her to do, which she's getting at preschool, which we'll talk about, is learning how to run and jump.
She is in preschool. She goes to preschool 5 days a week. I think it's for like what?
Half days. So like 2-3 hours.
And it's been a pretty good transition. I mean, she's had a couple of instances where we've had to work on her kind of been a little, I don't know if it was meltdowns, but more just transitions from being at home to having to go to preschool every day. But she does real well in preschool. We were able to meet and sit down with the team and get our IEP and all the goals, and everybody seems to be on the same page. So not only does she gets her therapies at preschool, she also still gets the personal
one-on-one
personal therapies. Some of the challenges we've had over since my last video is one, she's had RSV.
She's since 20 She's had RSV, she's had pneumonia, ear infections, she got ear tubes, which is a common toddler thing. We've had 2 hospital stays resulting back to RSV or pneumonia. Bronchitis she had this year. Always made sure the 3 of us have had flu shots, which we never even got them until we had her. But in the NICU it was always watch out for RSV and watch out for the flu, especially with your micro preemie, because the way her lungs and everything are set up and how much trauma she's had being on the ventilator and stuff, it was almost, it scared me to the point to where I just knew anytime somebody would mention RSV, she was going to be back on the ventilator. She was going to be fighting for her life again, which can happen. Don't get me wrong. RSV and flu can be deadly to babies in general, but especially compromised babies. And so to see her, she just needed oxygen. Anytime that we've been back in the hospital since she's gotten released, it's been for oxygen needs only. And the highest oxygen that this past year that she needed was like 1/4 of a liter. That was the highest. And we got there on a Wednesday, late night, like 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning. And then we were released Thursday. We were home just after lunch.
Some other challenges aside from the typical challenges you would face with not only micro preemie who has developmental delays, as well as a CP diagnosis, which I think on the last video I said her CP was
hypotonic.
Hypotonic.
Yes.
It is
because hyper is tight, so hypo is
hypotonic.
Loose.
She's been downgraded or not? Is it downgraded?
No, it's just it's changed. She's still low tone all over, but she is showing more right-sided weakness than left-sided weakness. So, like I was talking about the Dorsey Assist AFO with the hinge on her right leg, because at the time before we got it, she was not flipping her foot up, and she was turning her foot out, and so that's that right-sided weakness, and so it's hemiplegia, I believe is the word for it, right-sided hemiplegia, and so that may be something that shows itself more the bigger that she gets, but it also could not be, because we're doing everything we can to try to stay ahead of it. Like I said, we've got that DAFO, and she's already showing improvement. Her PT, when she looked at her just a week or so ago, on the consult basis, we took the AFO off of her, and she's flipping that foot up now. So it's something that, we're going to have to work through. But it is right-sided weakness, or right-sided hemiplegia.
One of the major challenges we always been dealing with, well, the two major challenges, and they're actually related, is feeding and constipation.
Yes.
So, in the last video, she was eating a lot by mouth, but then she got to a point to where she stopped eating by mouth, and she was strictly through G-tube.
Yeah, we could not get her
to open her mouth.
She turned her head, and she just didn't.
She didn't
want no part of it.
She would not do it. So we luckily, through another parent at the daycare she goes to, we found out about this clinic in Evansville.
In Evansville, Indiana. If you have a child that has issues with eating, look up Pediatric Feeding Institute, and it's based in Evansville, Indiana. And y'all, we went there, I guess it was January
20 what?
19.
No, it wasn't.
Yeah.
It was 2019?
Yeah, it's been a year.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
So it was January of 2019. Me and Dior packed up. I took my cricket. I took everything. We went up there, and
we can. I don't want to make the video super long, but we can do a separate video. We can kind of give a review of the clinic, but
okay.
But yeah, she's been going to that clinic
since January.
We've made 4 or 5 visits. 4 or 5 visits, and they've actually got her to
open her mouth.
And she's eating.
She's eating now. She's eating pureed food. She's loving the light.
Yeah.
She's eating pureed food, and we do still have to supplement with the G-tube. If the camera shakes, she's touching.
We still supplement with the G-tube, but one of the challenges that we're working with her, because our goal is to get her to eat on her own and eat everything by the time she starts kindergarten. So right now we're focusing on the purees and trying to get her to learn how to chew. But with that, one of the problems that we've been facing now that she's back eating, and she's had this problem since, she had this problem in the NICU, is constipation. So that's one of the biggest challenges that we're related to, is because they want us to feed her more. We're trying to feed her more, but it feels like 1 week she's fine, and then the next week she's suffering from constipation. So we've been dealing with that, trying to help her get through the whole dealing with the constipation. We actually started something about a week ago, 2 weeks ago, a probiotic
Want me to grab it?
We'll show them later. Because what I want to do is it seemed like it's working.
I mean, the first day that she took
Yeah,
it.
the first day she took it. It's releasing everything.
She has gone every day.
But before I tell you guys about it, I really want to get like a month of using it and see if it's really doing it. But so far it's been good. Mm-hmm.
And I was told about it by another parent whose child is on the spectrum, and it helped with constipation for her as well.
Yeah. So one of my goals is just, I know we want to work on helping her become, because she's getting closer to that age to where, she's going to be 4 in March, and she's got about another year and a couple of months before she has to start preschool. So you really want to work with her on her independence, being able to like brush her teeth on her own, hold her spoon and hold her drink while she's drinking. She does it.
Take her clothes
off. And being able to eat solid foods, because I know she's probably tired of getting all this pureed food. One thing good about it being pureed is, she seems to like most of the stuff we give her.
I have not blended up anything that this child, she eats stuff I don't even eat.
Yeah, so she's doing well, and we kind of, she still gets G-tube, but it's primarily by mouth. I just want to update you on what we were doing in 2020, how Dior is doing. Hopefully now that it's 2020 and I've started to see a lot of changes with how YouTube is doing with the whole FTC ruling and the privacy protecting minors. Hopefully my challenge for myself personally is for us to upload more videos. To kind of, instead of doing like yearly updates, just to really kind of give you weekly kind of vlogs on some of the stuff we're dealing with, some of the challenges, just just the journey that we go through dealing with a child that is on the spectrum and has other disabilities. But we can talk about that more in another video. I really appreciate you guys taking the time. As you know, right now YouTube won't let me be great, so my comments are probably turned off. So the best way to know that you guys are really liking this video and what we're putting out is if you could just hit that like button, or you could hop over into the community tab. I'm there all the time. I'm going to start posting more in there. So we'll see you guys on the next video. Dior, is there anything you want to say before we go?
Peace.
She said peace, and we'll count it. All right, guys. Bye-bye.